Thank you very much, Kathy. We're going to kind of focus a lot on how the game works tonight as we've started a new format and it's going so well. The opening slide says "Who Owns the Future" is the name of a book from a computer scientist among many that believe that as we move into the next 10 or 20 years on the internet, so much time is spent and so much effort and parts of people's lives are spent online doing the social media thing, that there will have to be a growing benefit. For there to be a sustainable digital economy, there's going to have to be a growing benefit for the end user on social media, and that's what's going to take place into the future. I'm going to let Mike just go ahead and talk about the overview on what this thing WaveScore is all about.
All right, I get to do the fun stuff here.
And also let them know when we're going to migrate to WaveScore.com to ViewTrakr now.
All right, so, well, you know, WaveScore is a community where you can score points by having fun posting media and following friends. You know, that's actually, when you see this page here, this is our social media platform that we're integrating here in November. So you're going to start seeing a lot of this start to change over. We're kind of like bringing in the verbiage, the WaveScore lingo, and you start to see it on your ViewTrakr page, and then slowly but surely we're going to integrate the entire social media. So
we've got now tens of thousands of people that are competing and sharing videos and playing the game and earning cybercoin, which you're going to hear more about. But they can't talk to each other. They can't upload photos from their phone. They can't upload videos from their phone. They can't comment to each other. They can't even communicate with each other, which makes that's a huge obstacle, social media without social media. But imagine all the folks that are doing this now when it migrates to a platform where everyone can start to really share and talk and engage.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, you know, Ty and I, you know, like to say the ViewTrakr platform, we can't even fathom how it's growing so quickly, because most people aren't used to seeing a friend request button on a YouTube-like site. So that's where the confusion comes through. But once we fully integrate in November, we would be 80% complete with the integration by then, and 100% by the time the first rolls around. This is what you're going to see. It's going to be all about the wave chatter. You know, people go crazy over tweets. They're going to really love the chatter. So it's really about deep thoughts running through your minds. It's posting real, true content and have, you know, a place where haters can't survive. This is the future. Okay, so what happens is points increase your WaveScore and convert to cybercoin. All right, so you score points by adding friends. As your friendship base grows, your waves grow, your WaveScore then increases, and now you convert to cybercoin, which is real money. All right, so I think that slide may have been out of order, but anyway, that point was made. So what is WaveScore? Okay, so there are a lot of revenue sharing companies out there. You know, Sue was a revenue sharing company, is a revenue sharing company, and a lot of people are copying that. But see, the thing is, when everyone starts copying that, you have to have something unique, something that's going to engage people long enough for them to build the media. Money's not enough, right? You can go get money anywhere, but is it fun? So that's where the gamification comes in. And really our goal is to significantly give back, okay? So, you know, when you have a bunch of people doing all the work and not getting paid for it, that's morally wrong. Here, our mission is to significantly give back to the community socializing on our network. So for helping build, which you guys are perfect at because you're already skilled. I mean, look at it. You're already showing everybody. Everybody already sees you making friends all over cyberspace. You know, you got your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Instagram. You're perfect. You're already great at it. And you know what? You've put billions of people on these platforms, not individually, but as a whole, right? So you've built something big. And now it's your time to come follow us on WaveScore. This is kind of like what your pages are going to look like. Everybody's got their own, they can customize their page to fit where they're from and the backgrounds they'd like to have and their own photos and their videos. It's all about connecting with friends. When you do that, you score cybercoin. There's a new game each and every week. It starts on Sunday, ends on Saturday. All right?
Actually, it starts on Monday and ends on a Sunday.
Hey, you know what? Ends on the Sabbath. Okay, great. So always free to play, right? So there you go. So nobody has to pay to play. All right? And so as people come on board and as your friendship base grows and your waves start to grow, what happens is you're advancing your status, and the process of advancing your status, you're unlocking these waves. So, for example, when you first sign up and you accept a friend request and you're completing your profile, we're not going to make you play just on level 1. You actually get 3 levels to actually work with here. So every time you bring a new friend into your network, you're getting 7 points for that. Anywhere on levels 1 through 3, friends come in from friends, mutual friends, what have you, it's going to give you 7 points per person. Right now, to get to the next level, you've got to have 100 points. So you do the math. 7 times 15 is about 105. That gives you the expert. As an expert, you get 6 points for every person on levels 4 through 6. And you're going to see it. Boom, 1,000 WaveScore unlocked 7 through 10. I'm about to do that. Pretty excited. That's 5 points a week for every single person. Then you've got architect. Hey, you know what that means? You're a designer. You're building something. You got a 5,000 WaveScore. Now you unlock 11 through 20. I know people on here that have already done that. They've already done Maestro, and they're on their way to Grandmaster.
The thing is, we have people after 2 days, and maybe we made this too easy. I have several ideas on how we can make it harder. Of course, it'll be harder for everyone. It's be a level 1. But we have had, if you saw Kathy's back office, you saw a lot of purple. A lot of people have hit Maestro, and I think Kathy's already got a WaveScore of over 30,000. Okay, so if after a couple of days, Kathy's already at 30. We have several people over 20,000, several people over 10,000 at this rank. I think about 10 or 12. Not that far away from 100,000. We predicted it was not going to be possible for anybody to hit Grandmaster this week, but we already have people that are at 35,000 after 2 days.
Yeah. And then hey, what's last, man? The Rockstar. I mean, what a way to end it, bro. I mean, a Rockstar at a million WaveScore actually unlocks infinite levels deep. I mean,
and it should be Rockstar. It's not just a silly title, because who gets the most activity on the internet?
Right,
Rockstar. So, yeah. And Kathy's network is growing equivalent to Coldplay. I think Coldplay is growing a little faster, but John Mayer hadn't put anything out in a while, and Kathy's network is growing. She's getting more hits per week on her network than John Mayer is on his YouTube channel. And Kathy's not even Rockstar yet, you know?
But she's almost a Grandmaster, you never know.
Could hit Grandmaster this week. Of course, Kathy and Sarah still in the game this week. We have 3 corporate positions that are still in the game that are about to be taken down over the next couple of days, which means that money goes back into the pool because we don't get to have any of it. So when you were looking at that, and you're looking at the different amount of points, so let's take it, if you look over here underneath wave activity, okay, it shows Ming Jung Kam became active on wave level 17, so 4 points were scored. And when Tommy Thomas became active on wave level 3, 7 points were scored. And this is what you're going to be seeing, but this is already happening. Like I say, we already have people doing this exact format today that have been into this game for 2 days and already have scores over 30,000 in their WaveScore. You score points for hitting, for advancing in rank, but the main way you're going to make 50 points is nothing compared to having 10 that have 10 that have 10. Kathy has already had, and I say Kathy, she was the first one that started this thing, so she's kind of at the top of the heap. And like I say, she's a corporate employee now that's not going to be able to continue to play. But I think she already has 7,000 people that have logged in on her network in 2 days. So pretty amazing. And next week it'll be more, and next week it'll be more, and every week it's a new game and new Cybercoin.
Well, I think also a good point to make is the opportunity of being in this early before we launch. Too. You see what Kathy's done with a 5-month head start. We got about a 3-4 month head start till WaveScore fully integrates. And when that happens, everybody will be like Kathy.
The full-blown official launch will be of WaveScore, and the alpha upgrade product will be January 1st. But you will be on the WaveScore network in November. We will be beta testing it, and some big things will be happening. And every week there's going to be something new. If you look over here to the right where you see the Regina Spektor poster, I don't know if you know, if everyone knows who she is. She's a really cool female singer-songwriter. And we will be focusing on having a lot of entertainment type of advertisers for what we're doing. And you're going to notice in a minute that not only are the big ads going to be over there in that poster space, if you upgrade, you're also going to be able to have your own ads over there in that company. So as your wave score is going up, you're going to get to do this week after week, and you'll be seeing the wave activity on the board there. Okay. Each week, so you're looking at, I think, Kathy, how many Cybercoin do you have? $70 worth?
No, Ty, it's much more than that. 87.
87. So that means, let's say that she didn't do any better than that, and she hit the hit number, which this week it's 10. It's posted in your back office, okay? So she's over 10. Now, anything over 10, she's going to get the cash in with. So let's say at the end of the month, she's got that $87, which it'll be more, but let's just say at the end of the week, I'm sorry, $87. If she's got that, and that's her total, we're going to go through a process that's going to cause that $87 to end up being more than $87. Something called an amplifier. So the first thing you got to do is you got to surpass the hit number. In this first game, we started at 10. Okay, people could get started on Thursday or Friday and easily hit that, right? We've already had people anyway. So when a user's Cybercoin reaches this number by end of game, their Cybercoin is deposited in their virtual bank. You're guaranteed you're going to get a deposit. Okay, if you're 10 or over. So at the game end, all the Cybercoin totals not reaching the hit number carry over to the next week. So let's say Mike's got $7. Okay, and he's got $7.50. He doesn't get a deposit this week, but his WaveScore and his Cybercoin carry over the next week. Kathy did get a deposit. Hers resets to 0. So some people, it might take them more than 1 week. Might take them 8 weeks, but it keeps adding up and adding up and adding up. And even the small people that are doing this slow are going to ultimately be a winner. This is designed for everybody to win. Some people will win week after week and go way over the hit number. Some people will take weeks to hit it, and they'll be excited when they do. Okay, so these amounts that carry over get added back into the pool, guaranteeing a surprise increase for this week's winners. So that means if Kathy ends up with 87, that was the money that she won based on all the money in the pool. But all the money in the pool didn't get paid out. So that money that didn't get paid out comes back and added to the winner's totals. We predict there will always be a minimum of a 20% increase on that, sometimes 200 or 300 increase, depending on whether we have larger hit numbers or smaller hit numbers. It's really cool when you see how this all works. So after the amplifiers increase the Cybercoin for the winners, it's deposited into the winner's VBank, and their board resets to 0, and they immediately start off the next week. And when that thing rolls over at midnight PST on Sunday, if they had 100 people online at that time, immediately they have 100 people that were scoring points, and their points start going right back up, and they start going through the ranks again, because you get paid on the same people week after week. If anybody wants to figure out how we're doing this, we take the pool amount divided by all the global points awarded so far, and that gives the points of value. Then you figure out what that point value is, and whatever your wave score times that point value equals your Cybercoin amount, done in a way to where each Cybercoin equals $1 US, and our system automatically updates WaveScore every 20 seconds, and the community pool updates every 60 seconds. So for the entire organization, it updates stats that often. This is an incredible piece of machinery we've got this thing running on now. Thank goodness gracious for Mafua Analytics, and we could do a whole hour webinar just on who Mafua Analytics, but we got the best of the best taking care of our technology here. So now that your Wave network is going viral and you're making all this cybercoin, it gets bigger every day and it's growing, what else can we do with it? Okay, here's the chance to where not only are we partnering with the people that are giving back to the community that are playing for free by paying them in a really fun way. If our members want to upgrade to utilize our services and utilize our software, they can start, we call it a controller, because you're controlling the advertising space. So in other words, you're seeing all these cool pages out here and you're seeing major brands advertise their movies and their products and everything that's going on. And there's those main focus is this nice looking ad over to the right of the page where it says Hyena Road there, the Maze Runner. That can also be your business. These billboards are going to cascade. So there might be just like a digital billboard on the side of the highway these days, and every 5 seconds there's a new poster, live link taking them wherever they want them to go. And you're seeing these posters cascade every 5 seconds, and it's really awesome. And then all of a sudden there's your business, and there's another one about your business, and you're running your billboard campaign amidst all these other and we're talking about premium style, large, beautiful advertising. This is a whole new genre. People are going to get real good at this poster advertising. And since it moves, you can create a campaign. Look younger, feel younger, stay younger, da-da-da-da, and on the 5th one they click and they go to wherever you want them to go. This would normally cost, Kathy's got an audience right now of somewhere between, I don't know how many's on her wave because some other people have upgraded, but let's just say she's got 10,000 people, which she has, that are out there playing this game, trying to go up and score points and do their thing, and all of a sudden she's controlling what's happening with this advertising space, not just for herself, okay? She can also sell that to other people, and we give her the analytics to do so. We call it the Alpha WaveScore Analytics, because what do we do as a company? We sell advertising. That's the way we make our money. So, and we have to give the greatest analytics. We think we have the best data mining because we have all kinds of things we can do with surveys for extra points and things, and we have to run that as a business. Well, since we're already running on all those analytics and all that data on this entire system at the level that we are, that means Mike Singleton can cut off a chunk of this, and we're doing it for him. And he can click a button and get a report on exactly what's going on in every country, every segment, every demographic on his worldwide team, and he's controlling the advertising there, so he can print that out and hand it to Target or Purina Dog Chow or whoever, or the local friend that's got an up-and-coming rock band that they want to really promote a big show. He's got all kinds of power by owning that network, that when you're getting the analytics that come with it. Here's what you're getting. Okay, this is our upgrade product. There is a compensation plan with this, and this is something that is coming January 1st, $495. Selling it for $25, which we're doing right now during the testing period, is funny. And you know, I hope that y'all don't buy it at this price and wait till it goes to $495. That would be better for me. But right now, if you want to, you can buy it for $25, what would normally be $495. It includes all the new features on future versions. You're grandfathered in to our top, best network tools and automation tools and analytics tools, no matter what we add to this. And we will always be adding new stuff. You'll never have to pay more than $25 if you upgrade during this time. And what you're getting is you're getting an unlimited viewership for a fixed cost, because you're controlling the ad space on a network that is exponentially growing. We are paying people to build this network for you, so a lot of people will do it. When the social media comes in, it's going to be great. So now no matter how big that network gets, you just keep paying $25 a month. You're in front of 500 people, $25 a month. You get a viewership of 250,000 people, $25 a month. You get to be a part of the digital poster carousel that I showed you, and global wave app replication means no matter how big your team gets, every time a new person joins your team, automatically your ad replicates on their site. The digital poster carousel and all the ads that you created replicate on every new site forever. Okay, you're going to get our data analytics with the click of a button, which is going to allow you to do precision ad targeting and be able to have different markets all over the world and take advantage of that. Okay, the specific monetization of this is the fact that you're going to have increased traffic for your product. You're going to have maybe a better tool for someone to help build your team of salespeople because they didn't have prospects before. But now they say, hey, I don't want to sell anything, but if you're saying all I got to do is share some social media and that builds my prospect list, I'm in. So for its increased traffic and revenue for whatever you're doing, we have you get a MasterCard, Cybercoin MasterCard, which allows you to take your Cybercoin e-gift card money and turn it into real money on your MasterCard. You get network ownership assets, which allows you to sell your network, lease your network, so forth and so on. And we think this could be unbelievable for some of you guys that are getting started early because you're going to have massive networks. And then controller commissions, I'm going to let Mike talk a little bit about this as he is #1 in the company with activations, which you're going to kind of see how this works.
Grandmaster. Whoop.
Grandmaster.
He is.
I tell everywhere we go, I tell people he's a grandmaster, and they get all intimidated. Anyway, wow, I don't know what that means, but is he like in Kung Fu? So corporate leadership. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to go to. That was the investor PowerPoint. We were about to really show you some stuff there. Hold on one second and let me get to.
But the Google Analytics part is really cool. That's right up my alley.
Well, I'm going to let Mike do the comp plan because I could really get off on that. We're already at 9:30, I know. Bear with me, please. This will just take a moment. Speed this up. Do you know where they start? 50?
I think 46, I think.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks.
There you go.
So Mike's got a team of 5,000 people, and he's controlling those ads, and it's awesome, and it's growing. But one of his free members upgrades, and now they're controlling the ad space. Mike cannot control the ad space on that network anymore because somebody else upgrades. So clearly, we have a compensation plan that's a lot of fun. It's kind of gamified as well on what happens, a fun way to make some really cool income as people are starting to upgrade on your wave. And Mike has already had on his wave 51 people that have upgraded on his wave already. So he's really into this. I'll let him explain to you kind of how this works.
All right, so I get to share with you guys the money. That's always fun. So here we've got, so when people pay the $4.95 come January, there will be a one-time activation. Obviously, if they are coming in without the $4.95, there is no commission on that right now. However, I'm going to show you what that would be, so you can kind of like salivate on that till January. Now, there's a monthly reoccurring commission, of course. That's $25 that everybody pays in, and there's something paid out on that. There's also a 7-level matrix, which is our generation override. And I just flipped the mouse real quick. And we have the unlimited depth management overrides, which this is very cool, very, very cool. So, all right, here you go. Look at you. You're in red. You're a controller, right? So a controller is everybody from 0 to 4 activations. So once you pay the $495 come January, on your first 4 activations, you're going to get $100. You're getting 100 of that $495. All right. But if you just pay the $25 now, you never have to pay the $495. And I'll show you why that's key here in a second. Now, as a controller, what you can do for $25 a month right now, right? There are no management overrides because you know what? You are the person being overridden. So you need to get out of that position. How do you do that? Boom, get your 5th activation. Now you're an expert. All right, as an expert, you're still going to get on every new controller you bring in, your 5th controller, your 6th controller, your 7th controller, you're still getting that generation $100, right? But you're also getting a $100 management override at the same time on those activations. So now you're making $200. Now what happens when your controller that you bring on as an expert, when that controller gets a controller? Very simple. You're going to get, that would fall in your generation 2. You would get $25 for that, but look over to the left. You get a $100 management override. That's $125. And that keeps going down to infinity there. It's here you go. You got your, once you have 10 activations, you're a specialist in green. Now you still get that same $100 from every time you bring in a controller. But now on the left side, where the Wheel of Fortune is, you got a $150 management override plus that $100 on that new controller you brought in while you were a specialist. Now that new controller that you brought in while you were a specialist, now that controller goes out and brings in somebody. That falls on generation level 2. You're going to get a $25 activation because of that 7-level matrix program, but you're also going to get the 150, so that is 175. Generation 3, 175. Generation 4, 175. Generation
4 is 150.
Oh, I'm sorry. Generation 4. Yeah.
No, Generation 4 is 150.
Oh, Generation 4 would be 150. I apologize.
To unlimited depth.
To unlimited depths at 150. Now, once you hit 20 activations,
you will be correct.
Boom! You're now an architect. You're a designer. You are a master at what you do at building. Now you're getting a $200 management override on top of a $100 activation for every new controller you bring in. Now, when so that's a total of $300. And I'm saying that $300, like Kathy says, 55 million views, because that is a lot of money. When somebody pays them $495, you get 300 of it right off the top. Now, when that controller goes out and brings somebody in, you know, you're getting the 25 plus the 200. That's 225 for Generation 2, 225 for Generation 3, 225 for Generation 4, and as it keeps going and unlimited levels deep, you got 200, 200, 200. Boom. So now as we keep going, you get the point, right? All right. So
this is coming in January 1st.
Right.
But the next thing he's going to show you is already happening today, and we already got people making some pretty decent residual.
And reiteration of that is key. Now here, where it says Grandmaster, I'm going to go ahead and point that one out because, hey, why not? It's possible. I'm a Grandmaster, right? So now as a Grandmaster in January, whenever I'm just salivating at chops here, at Grandmaster in January, I go bring somebody in at $495. I get the $100 activation and the $240 for $340, and that just keeps going and going and going. And in Rockstar, which I aspire to be one day, that's going to be pretty awesome. But here's what's here now: the same format here. So as a controller, this is the comp plan reoccurring, meaning that every time you can actually get to Rockstar before the 495 program launches. What is key about that? Well, you can put 100 people in here at $25 much easier than you can put 100 people in at $495. So you climb the ranks to the top position now. So when we do launch, you're getting that Rockstar override, $250 plus 100, $350 off your controllers, and then of course you're maximizing the 7-level matrix, and man, it's just awesome. So here, as an expert, you're getting $1 override, and you're getting $8 for every reoccurring person that's paying their $25 that you bring in as an expert. So it's 8 plus 1, that's $9 a month. When that controller you brought on as an expert brings on another controller paying $25 a month, you're going to get 2 plus 1, which is $3 a month.
we're calling these generations. Generation 1 is the way you're getting paid on level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. But we're calling them generations because if I bring in Mike, because he upgraded on my wave, someone could upgrade on Mike's wave to unlimited depth, and that would end up on Mike's first level and my level 2. So these are generations of not just single levels, these are generations of waves, because if someone upgrades anywhere on that wave. So 7-level matrix with each one of those being a wave where someone can upgrade unlimited depth makes it kind of a larger service.
Well, and I think a good point to point out here is as we unscroll all of this, I mean, your average monthly income coming in is about $5 a month off every single, if you average it out off every single person in your organization, as it grows out. Because you got, if you look at architect, that's a $3 override, right? If you look at just your generation 4 reoccurring, that's $2. That's about $5 right there. Now you do get more. If you're an architect and you bring somebody in personally, you will get to the generation 1 pay of $8 plus. You will get a $5 override. I'm sorry, a $3 override, which, I mean, that's $11. But I'm just trying to say, as an average, I have never seen a network marketing company or an affiliate company that will pay you on average $5 a month residual.
It could be that high.
Right.
It could, for a lot of people, it would be higher, some people lower. But yes, we're able to pay a lot out because we're not making our money off of our products. We're making our money off of advertising revenue, and the products just help you guys give us more advertising revenue. But just to wrap up on Mike right now, a Grandmaster, and he's doing it the easy way. He's getting it at 25s and not 495s. But that's the rules right now. He's smart to do it. So he's already got 51 people. He's a Grandmaster. That means on his level 1, what he's experiencing now is $13 on everybody level 1. So just on his first level, 50 times 13, he's getting up there. His level 1 will be in the neighborhood of $1,000 a month here in no time with the way it's going. So on level 2, he's getting 5 plus 2 for $7 on level 2, $7 on level 3, $7 on level 4, $7 on level 5, 6 on level 6, 6 on level 7, and then unlimited depth of $5.
Shut the front door.
So Mike's making some decent little. He's got.
I was so afraid he was going to say something else. I was like, oh my God.
He's got 300 or 400 people on his team, which is not a giant team. It will be soon, but quickly he's got 300 something.
About 300.
Okay, 300 people, and but because these are not just 50 cents and $1, because there's a lot of 13s and 5s and 3s and 4s. It's actually no 3s and 4s. The lowest it can be is 5.
Right.
So anyway, he's doing great. Way to go, Mike.
Well, hey,
Grandmaster.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, that's pretty much it on my end. What about you, Ty?
I run around with the Grandmaster. I don't know.
All right. Well, what do you do when you run around the rock star?
Speechless.
You get the guitar.
I just thought about that.
All right.
It's going to be weird to tell people you're a rock star. Okay. Kathy, what you got? Anything?
I do want to say.
It looks like these webinars are 40 minutes every time. I mean,
yeah,
every
just
time,
about.
so.
You know why? Because they're so interesting, and you got such, there's such great information, new images. I mean, it just gets better and better and better. And 40 minutes is really not that long. I mean, it really isn't. Congratulations again, Mike. And you don't have 300. You have 363 on your team. Thank you very much.
How many?
He's got 363.
See, it sounded like I was exaggerating, but I wasn't. 363, great. Awesome. And what we'll probably start doing is we're going to have videos that explain a lot of this. We got a lot of great stuff coming over the next 10 days. The next 10 days are going to be so exciting, I can't tell you. And we'll start breaking these down to where we have some webinars just about the free game and some webinars more geared towards for people that want to really come in here and focus on making some money with our comp plan. Again, our comp plan is, we want it to be your secondary income. We want you to use this to promote the heck out of whatever you're passionate about. It's not about WaveScore. Our job is to make you guys look good.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, everybody, for being on tonight, and same time tomorrow.